It's like when you are closing in. What feelings do you have as a policeman?
It's an excitement that you couldn't even buy off Silk Road. All the drugs you could buy on the site, it's not the same exciting as catching the guy. It's an adrenaline rush. It's a lot of hard work by a lot of people that come together in one final point, and you have to stay professional. And
Tarbell is the man even the most notorious cyber criminals have nightmares about, and Sabu was just one of the infamous figures he arrested.
Sabu was this mythical character online. We ended up arresting Sabu, and I lived with Sabu for the next 9 months.
Tarbell infiltrated Anonymous and turned Sabu, then the most influential hacker online, into an informant, meaning an FBI agent was secretly monitoring the most prominent cyber groups in the world.
So one of the biggest threats facing everyone today is the insider threat. So you have to know who's working for you, who's controlling your information, who has access to your information. It gave me some great insight on what the hackers do, how they talk, how they work, their mindset.
He put a stop to the dark web drug trafficking site The Silk Road, which had generated more than $1 billion in illicit business since 2011.
The US government was tasked summer of 2011 to find this site. There was a task force up in Baltimore with the DEA, the Secret Service, every federal agency except for the FBI. They're trying to do this knuckle-dragger approach, work up the chain, arrest somebody who buy drugs, try to find who they sold it to and go at that. But it's an anonymous network. We can't do anything with an anonymous network, and so why don't you cyberdorks take a stab at it and see what you can do. We put the facts together of that it was a guy in San Francisco named Ross Ulbricht that was running the site. He was the Dread Pirate Roberts that everybody had spent years trying to find.
He believed that he was kind of as immune from law enforcement as the person he was tracking.
His payment was in Bitcoin, which can be traded and exchanged anonymously, or so they thought.
If he was using his DEA computer to do these things, that's probably not very smart.
Ulbricht has already been convicted of running Silk Road and is awaiting sentencing, but his lawyer told us these new charges against the federal agents who are investigating Silk Road are, quote, strong grounds for appeal. And as we know, the DEA and Secret Service were already under the microscope because of alleged misbehavior by other agents. Now they have a new scandal to deal with. Gail?
Oh boy, thank you, Chip.
But the one thing they couldn't escape was the immutable, transparent blockchain. And I'm here to tell you that without it, we never would have caught these guys. In fact, without the blockchain, they would have still been sitting in the federal government today instead of in the federal penitentiary.
I'm going to do a few things, so one sentence isn't enough, damn it. But pretty sure I want to start a family in the next 5 years.
Nice, okay.
And just, yeah, make more friends and close people I love. Yeah, I want to focus on being more connected to people.
Very good. And 20 years.
20 years. I want to have had a substantial positive impact on the future of humanity by that time.
You think you're going to live forever?
I think it's a possibility. I honestly do. I think I might live forever in some form by that time. I mean, technology is changing so fast.
Yeah. Cool. I hope I'm there. Sweet.
Now, eventually, the government discovered that DPR was none other than Ross Ulbricht, who was living in San Francisco and running the Silk Road from San Francisco. But it wasn't enough that they knew that he was Ross Ulbricht. They needed to catch him in the act of running the Silk Road, and the reasons we didn't want Ross Ulbricht to later claim he'd been framed.
This sounds... That boosted, in my opinion. This sounds too much like a Hollywood script for me to believe that it's anything else.
Yeah, but couldn't Hollywood scripts be sort of tested on the public to see, sort of as a news poll to see if they would accept certain ideas, and then one day all of a sudden it becomes reality?
It's always possible.
Life imitating art. It's happened before. And good evening to everybody. The program is Off the Hook. Mayor Goldstein here with you. Mike over on the other side of the room.
Yes.
And Claude down the hall.
Hi.
How you doing? Speak up.
Okay. Well,
What's going on?
learned how to use microphones.
Yeah, they're very handy, especially in radio stations. Quite well. Are you ready for a story of intrigue and mystery and things like that? This is from an insider, an alleged insider. An unknown Hollywood-backed company is developing products based on a new technology called quantum harmony. QH, quantum harmony. You can see sort of a chill go out over the nation as we say these words for the first time. This is weird. I mean, both sides are bad here. You know, it's really evil. Hang on.
As the mask of deception falls off the face of humanity, unveiling the grim reality of duality in which everyone is a casualty, no one will be exempt. Although many, we are one. So in the final analysis, could it be we're fighting a war that